Hi everybody, welcome back. In today's video we are going to talk about how to minimize shrinkage. I'm going to show you guys a really quick simple technique that I have found that has worked for me, and I really think it'll work for you. There's two ways to do this, and the first way we're going to talk about is the original way. So basically, if your intent is to go in, style your hair, and you would like to apply this technique to that style, what I do recommend is that the products that you use, any type of water-based products that you use, you have to allow at least 24 hours for it to dry, to air dry. I'm not a person who uses heat on my hair, so for those of you who will sit under the dryer for a few minutes or do apply heat to your hair, this technique will work as well with that. But for us girls who do not use heat on their hair, which is me, I preferably use this technique, and I do it on a day where I know the next day I have absolutely nothing to do. So I'm going to be demonstrating this off of, I want to say this is 4-day braid out hair. And basically, I don't like to call it that because every night I do braid my hair back up. So I guess you could still call it a braid out, but it's basically, this is actually the shrinkage of me using the first technique that I'm going to show you. So let's jump right into that technique. So basically, you're only going to need 2 to 3 things. To start off with the actual original hairstyle, you will need a spray bottle. I have this one I got from the Dollar Tree for a complete $1, but you can pick these up at Walmart or anything. They have the little water bottles for $1. Make sure it's nothing but water. You want to also have an oil. I use nothing but coconut oil in my hair, on my actual wrap of my hair, on my scalp. In my edges I do use black castor oil, but to do twist outs or any type of braid out, I use coconut oil. This one I picked up from Walmart. I want to say it was about $7, but you will find it in the oil section. And then last but not least, you will want to find some type of cream. But for my cream that I've been loving, and like I said, I'm sharing a secret with you guys, this is actually Shea Moisture, but it's actually their kids line, and this one is the Mango Carrot curling cream. And it's like their little styling smoothie. Actually, I started using this, and this particular one actually is for dry and delicate hair. But I actually started using this one actually on an accident. So I thought this was a new Shea Moisture product, and I didn't realize the big kids on it. But I love the way this product works. So what you're going to do is also, you are going to need a hair scrunchie, just to kind of a clip or something to hold your hair back. So basically, you're going to take a section of your hair. Oh, and you will need a comb, duh. But a detangling comb. I actually picked this one up from the Dollar Tree, and I want to tell you guys, this is actually better than my detangling comb that I spent a lot of money on, my brush. This thing for a whole $1 does a lot better. I don't have as much shredding when I comb through and detangle. It doesn't rip my hair out. It is really good. So as I said, this is prior to that braid out, but I did re-braid my hair last night. So I'm just going to show you guys really quick on doing it fresh. So we're going to pretend this is freshly washed hair. And like I said, I wanted to show you guys this technique just so you guys would know. So on this side, we'll do just regular old hair, and then we'll do this on, we'll say this is the freshly washed hair. And I know you're like, well, how will I know it's going to come out the same way? Because basically, I'm going to saturate this side of my hair to where it's going to wet, and you're going to see my hair stream back up. So you're going to take your spray bottle, and you're just going to spray. I always start at the roots, and I kind of slide it down as such, and then I'll turn, just kind of get back there and do the same thing. I do this because I slide the water down to my hair. I don't just directly spray the ends of my hair. So I do that, and like I said, we're going to saturate this side because we're going to make this side as if I have freshly washed hair. And you guys will see once this my hair will shrink up. Now, as you can see, my hair is pretty long, but it's not showing you. As you can see, it is not showing you the complete length of my hair. So when I let it go, look, there's a difference. But what's going to happen is, as soon as air hit this, it's going to shrink right back up. Like, it's already slowly, as you guys can see, it's slowly shrinking back up because my hair is sucking this moisture up. Because I live out here in Texas, and honey, when I tell you, it ain't no good for your hair. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna saturate this side of my hair pretty good, so you guys can get the feel. So basically, we're gonna We're gonna call this here freshly washed hair. And as you can see, I definitely do need my ends cut pretty bad. But I'm actually going to wait a couple of more weeks before I do that. Only because I've had my hair in protective styling for a complete 30 days. And I really would like my scalp and my hair itself to breathe. But I feel like for it to have some dead and still looks pretty healthy. So as you can see, my hair is pretty much saturated. So we're going to have to move fast because my hair loves moisture. So next you're going to want to take some coconut oil. Mine's is kind of a little melted. It's hot. So when it's melted, it's okay. But I just take a little bit. I don't take a lot of oil. And I just kind of work the product in. Like such. As you guys can see. We're going to clip this back here out of the way so we don't take none of it. So as you guys can see, and you can start to see it's slow, like I just pulled it all the way down here, but it's already starting to shrink up. And then you can compare it to this side that's dry, so you already see the difference in the shrinkage you're receiving. So next, after I've applied my oil, notice I have not used my comb yet. I'm just using my fingers. Because by this time, if you're using this on freshly washed hair, your hair should be detangled, okay? So next we're going to take some of that coconut smoothing oil, the mango one. You can use any type of cream. I prefer it to be really, it needs to be like, see that? It needs to be really creamy. And so what I do is I rub it in one hand and I go like this to the ends first. Then I'll put it on both hands and I'll start on that side, and I'll just kind of work it like such. And then sometimes, you know how in certain sections of your hair, the product could kind of just cake up there. You just take your fingers in between your fingers like such, you know, like the little scissors, and just kind of do it just like that. And that's it. And as you can see, you will get a little bit of shading. You shouldn't get much. And then so you just take your fingers and kind of go through it. If you don't feel like you have tangles, then you don't need the comb. But if you feel like you would like to detangle it a little bit more, you can. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to section the hair and plait it. We're just going to braid it. So this is the most important part of this secret. So when you're plaiting, I know when there's people that tell you that you don't want to pull too hard on a wrap. Here, you don't want to pull too hard, but you want to get a good grip. You want it to be as tight as it can to the scalp, but not too tight. You want to still be able to stick your finger through that plait at the root and just continue to braid down. Now, when you get to the ends, I always leave about 2 to 3. I always stop about 2 to 3 towards the end of my hair, and I'll begin to start doing a two-strand twist. So I'm gonna stop about right there. And so what I like to do is I twist in the same direction as the braids that I was braiding. So if I was gonna take that plait that way, that's the way I would have twisted it. And then when I get about almost to the ends of my strands here, I just take my finger and I just twist and twist. And you will have some product left over, and I just kind of just rub it in my hand. Honestly, I actually put some over here, and so this is what you're going to be left with. Now keep in mind, we got freshly washed hair, so your hair is wet, and then normally you will stop here, let it air dry, take it out, and you go, right? But you want length. You want it to show as much as possible. So here is where my secret comes in. These are pipe cleaners. You can go to the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and get a whole pack. I want to say you get like a 40-50 pack for $1. So what I like to do is mostly for the back of my hair and mostly on the sides. My hair is a lot longer than the front. But I'll take 2 together and I'll just kind of twist them together where they'll stay. Like such. So you want to take this part of the pipe cleaner and you want to make a hook with your finger like such. So you want to hook it right at the beginning of that braid. like such. And what I do is I pull the longest piece out of my way, and I'll take that little piece from the hook and twist. Now I'm going to twist over like this, and then I'm going to start making my way down. So this is on freshly washed hair. So now we're going to move on really quickly, and I'm going to kind of fast forward through this part for you guys because you kind of already got an idea, but I'm just going to start off slow just to show you guys what I actually use on this side of my hair. So on this side of my hair, my sideburns, you see that? This is my sideburn. Let's tuck that out of the way. So we're going to use this about the same amount we used on the other side. And I'm going to pin this out of the way so we don't take any extra hair because we're doing this on dry hair. Now, what I have found is what I do is I take a little bit of water on my hands just to wet my hands up just a little bit, and I'll just kind of run it. Now, you will need the comb on this one because it's a little bit dry. So what I do is I put a little bit of coconut oil on my hair, which is what I'm doing now. I'm applying some coconut oil mostly to the ends of my hair, and I'll just take the rest and work it through my hair. So then this is where the comb is going to come in. Because this dry hair is not moist, your hair is not sliding right through it. To just make sure you have no kinks left over from the original braid out, you want to just start at the ends. And I always start at the ends when I comb my hair. I never go right up to the top and comb down. I work my way slowly up, and but as you guys can see, I'm not going to lose no shrinkage. So this is, if I take this out, this is what I'm going to have. It is going to get puffy, of course, because the humidity or whatever. But this is what I'm starting off with. So now once I go ahead and I add my pipe cleaner, I'm going to get even more length. And now you can see this is dry. This is, let me see if I can show you guys. This is dry and this is wet. They are the exact same length, and this is already has pipe cleaners on it. See what I mean? And now we see the difference. There isn't any. I got about 2 or 3 extra inches on this side compared to this side, and this is wet hair. Mind you, it's not dry, so once it's dry, it's going to shrink up. But this is basically a reinforcement to kind of just, hey hair, you stay stretch. And then you have this side. So this is what you'll be looking like. You'll be looking like a bag of Skittles. But I just wanted to show you guys that really quick, because a lot of people always ask me, how do I get my hair to stretch? Like my daughter, she's one of the biggest persons because she's natural too, and she's like, Mom, you know, how do your braid outs turn out? And I tell her, it's your technique. I feel like you should sit down in front of the mirror with your hair and just find what works for you. I prefer, and I found that the lock method works for me. If you do not know what the lock method means, I will put it down below, and I also will insert a video because I go in a little bit more detail on what a locked method is. But it's liquid, oil, and cream. You find your mixture, you make it work for you. you're happy. So that is my time, ladies. Thank you so much for taking your time out to watch my video. Please stay tuned. I have so many more videos to come. I am going to focus a lot more on hair because that's where my passion. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to thumb it up and hit that subscribe button. Peace, my queens. Bye.